What is going on, Gridiron fans? I am back with another mock draft madness. Okay, so some big news this week. Sam Darnold got traded to the Carolina Panthers. So, you know, it's pretty obvious what's going to happen with that second overall pick. It's also pretty obvious what's going to happen with that 8th overall pick. Panthers most likely are no longer taking a quarterback. They have two competent quarterbacks. Competent-ish. I think Sam Darnold having a new environment could help. Joe Brady could certainly help. Matt Rule could certainly help. Heck, having Christian McCaffrey can certainly help. Okay? So, if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. Please click that notification bell so you can be informed of all future uploads. Also, if you enjoyed this video, or if you just want to give me a like, give me a thumbs up. True story, all of my subscribers, every time I watch one of their videos, I just click the like button right off the bat before I even like it. Because it helps out the viewer. It also helps videos gain traction. So, the more interactions that happen, the better. So, you know, if you support me, if you subscribe to me, give me a like, put a comment below, you know, like it, love it, hate it, whatever. Just do something. Alright? With all that being said, let's get started. Alright. We all know Trevor Lawrence is going number 1. Hasn't changed since September. Alright. So now, it's pretty obvious that the Jets have showed their hand. If it wasn't already obvious, they're taking Zach Wilson. Now here's where things get interesting. I have heard a lot of things, okay? I have heard that the Niners are moving up for Mac Jones. They wanted to ensure that they would get Mac Jones ahead of everybody else. Then I've heard reports of, you know, Justin Fields, you know, has already worked out for, he's already been involved with Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. Like, he's already involved, okay? Agents and everything. So, I actually thought they moved up to get Trey Lance because of the timing of the trade. But as it goes, who knows? I mean, I'm sure the 49ers know at this point who they're taking. And if either of those top two quarterbacks were passed on, they'll gladly take either one of those two. Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence. But they probably have their eye on a specific quarterback. And I think it's Justin Fields. I really didn't think Justin Fields was going to go this high. A lot of reports are pointing to Justin Fields or Mac Jones. Probably at a 51-49 split. It's pretty much dead even, 50-50 at this point. Alright, so I think this is not too early for Kyle Pitts to come off the board. I said all along that the Bengals must go offensive line. But I'm starting to realize that this draft is so deep at offensive line that the Bengals can, you know, give up a future pick, whatever. They can move back into the end of the first round. They can maneuver some things. They can pick up 2 or 3 offensive linemen in the 2nd and 3rd rounds. But to pair Joe Burrow back up with Jamar Chase, after Jamar Chase has had a good pro day, you know, it shows that he had the year off, but he was working. Jamar Chase is going to be the first wide receiver off this board. He's got the size, the route running, the speed. He's going to be first. So why not send him to the Bengals? Yeah, I agree. The Bengals already have a pretty good wide receiving core already there. They have a pretty damn good running back. They really, really just needed some offensive linemen. We went out and got Riley Reef in this offseason. So whether they put Riley Reef at left or right tackle doesn't matter. They can move Jonah Williams to left or right tackle. Whatever. They have their tackles. You could draft Penei Sewell, put him at left tackle. Move Jonah Williams to left guard. Put Riley Reef at right tackle. Whatever. You can come up with scenarios. But I think if they take Jamar Chase right now, they can get a guard and a center later on in this draft. Guards and centers are going to be right there in the second round when these guys are picking. Same thing here. I'm going to say Jalen Waddle. Pair him back up with Tua. The Dolphins. So now, I think with the Lions on the board, Lions could go a number of different ways. I mean, Penei Sewell's sitting there. Wide receiver is a big, big need for them. You can get a guy like Devontae Smith. You got to take him, right? Okay, so now the Panthers got their quarterback. That's no longer a need. You're not going to draft a third quarterback, especially after paying Sam Darnold this fifth-year option. You have probably $30 or $40 million tied up in quarterbacks now. You're not bringing in a rookie. So, why not get the best offensive lineman and take Penei Sewell? I'm not 100% convinced the Broncos are taking a quarterback. I'm just not 100% convinced of that. So I'm going to say Micah Parsons. Cowboys are going to take Patrick Surtain. Alright, so now we're looking at the Giants. Giants could go a couple different ways, but I think ultimately they're going to take an edge rusher and Jalen Phillips. Alright, well, the Eagles stupidly traded down to the 12th overall pick, in which case there is no wide receivers and no tight ends left. There are two quarterbacks. Their offensive line is getting old. J.C. Horn is here. That could be an option. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is here. Another option. I think I'm going to go J.C. Horn. Chargers have actually lost offensive linemen after being in bad shape already going into the offseason, so they have to go Rashawn Slater. I think the Vikings are going to go Elijah Vera Tucker. Now, Patriots have Mac Jones sitting right here in their lap. They're going to go Mac Jones at 15. Okay. So, at this point, J.C. Horn is off the board. We're going to make a trade. Yes, we are going to make a trade because the Cardinals are willing to move down. Okay, so the Bears are not going to let this go on any longer. Trey Lance is still sitting there. They could have traded with the Vikings, but the Vikings said, get lost. You're in our division. We're not helping you move up to get a quarterback. So the Patriots wouldn't move because they're like, hey, both quarterbacks are sitting here. So the Bears worked a deal with the Cardinals to get ahead of some other teams that could have potentially traded down. But they called the Cardinals, and the Cardinals said, yeah, come on up. We'll move down to 20. And the Bears get lucky, and they get Trey Lance. All right. Now, the Raiders could go a couple different ways. They could use some offensive linemen. But ultimately, I think they're going to take Trayvon Mulrig. Could he also use a linebacker? Dolphins on the clock. I think they're going to take Azeez Ojulari. He is more of a 3-4 defensive end. Kwity Paye is a 4-3 D end. Solely based on that. Goes ahead of Kwity Paye. Alright. So now Christian Darrisaw sitting here for Washington football team. Alright. Cardinals. Cardinals are still in a pretty good spot here. I think the Cardinals will take Najee Harris. All right. So now, I think Tevin Jenkins goes to the Colts. You know what? I think the Titans. I think Caleb Farley has fallen quite a bit. Titans are willing to take a chance with Caleb Farley. He's a top 10 pick if he's not hurt. Maybe even a top 5, top 7 pick if he's not hurt. All right, so the Jets on the clock. The Jets are going to take Kwity Paye. Yeah. All right, we have the Steelers on the clock. The Steelers are going to take Greg Newsome the second. All right. We're going to get the Jaguars. Jaguars are going to take Rashad Bateman. You know, they could use a tight end as well. All right. Never mind. We're going to go Rashad Bateman. They could use a big-time receiver, too. I know they have a lot of receivers, but Rashad Bateman he'll definitely add something to that room. But you know what? I think, yeah, they could go Jason away. It won't matter. They could just line him up and just let him use his raw physical talent. Opposite Myles Garrett, he's going to get one-on-ones. He's going to learn how to... He's going to get a lot of one-on-ones. He'll learn how to beat one-on-ones. All right, so we got Ravens on the clock. I think if they end up trading Orlando Brown Jr., they're going to need a right tackle, and that's Sam Cosmi. Right tackle. All right. You know, I don't see why the Saints would not take a guy like Terrace Marshall. Yeah. And then Eric Stokes to the Packers. Buffalo Billy Bobs. This is definitely tough. This is definitely tough. I would say they take Kadarius Toney. You already have a guy that can stretch the field. If you get a guy that you can throw screens to, end arounds, and start challenging defenses horizontally as well, oh man, you could just spread the field so much. This guy's a former quarterback. He can receive snaps. I mean, Swiss Army knife. He just adds an element to your offense. All right, I think the Chiefs go Liam Meckenberg. Christian Barmore to the Bucks. We had some guys drop here. I think the Jags take Jags back on the clock. And they are going to take... Let's find him here. Pat Freiermuth. You know, I think these guys take Travis Etienne. Falcons aren't going to hesitate. They're going to run to the board. They're going to take Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I think the Dolphins are going to take Javonte Williams. I like that pick there. Oh, man. The Eagles are in such bad shape. I think they take Rondale Moore. Yeah, Rondale Moore. They got to get a wide receiver. They got to get one now. In fact, they need to have the rest of this draft be wide receivers, really. All right. So now here we go. See, this is what I talked about. The Bengals are sitting right here. Look, there are some good offensive linemen. Landon Dickerson, Creed Humphrey, Wyatt Davis, Alex Leatherwood. In fact, that's who we're going to take. No, actually, we'll take Landon Dickerson because Landon Dickerson and Creed Humphrey can both play guard and center. So, versatile guys. They both can and have played guard and center in their careers in college. All right, so now we have the Panthers on the board. I think they're going to go Jamin Davis. They can't pass him up. Best player available. I mean, Zaven Collins is still here. There are some guys that slid. All right. The Broncos can't afford to not keep working on their offensive line. Passing up Micah Parsons would have been stupid when they have a need at linebacker. Great defensive player. So Dylan Raduin's to the Broncos. Alex Leatherwood to the Lions. So now we have, Zaven Collins to the Giants. I like that move. I really like that move. All right, so San Francisco. San Francisco takes Creed Humphrey. Need some help on that interior there. All right, Cowboys. Cowboys are going to take Levi Onwuzurike. The Jags also looking for linemen. I like to take Wyatt Davis right here. Wyatt Davis. He's just a beast, just a mauler. All right. I think the Patriots take Nick Bolton. It's about time he comes off this board. Chargers take Ronnie Perkins. All right, Raiders. The Raiders need to take a right tackle. That's Jalen Mayfield. Jalen Mayfield is a right tackle. Cardinals are going to go Kelvin Joseph. Dolphins back on the clock. Man. I think they take Baron Browning. Yeah, Baron Browning. He's climbing up boards. He's really climbing up boards. Man, would it be awesome for... Who's a better prospect? Jabril Cox at Washington football team. Alright, so we have the Bears on the clock. And the Bears are going to go Brady Christensen. They need to get a tackle. They got their quarterback. Now they need to start bolstering up that offensive line. They're pretty good defense. They just need to work on their offense. They need to get some weapons in this draft as well. All right. Titans on the clock. I think the Titans will go Elijah Moore. This guy can work in the slot, do some work. Colts take Amari Rodgers. They need a good third wide receiver there. T.Y. came back, but T.Y. is not going to be the man forever. He only signed a one-year contract, so most likely T.Y. is just back for one more year, and then he's probably going to be gone. He'll either be gone or retire. Alright, so we have the Steelers on the clock. Steelers need offensive line. They could use running back. And Some of the top running backs are gone. Offensive line. Ooh, they could go Josh Myers. Yeah. They go Josh Myers. Pretty damn good guard. Alright, so now we have the Seahawks have a lot of good options there. They can take Gregory Rousseau here in the second round. He's sliding, but he's got good raw talent. Alright. The LA Rams on the clock. Man, who could they go? I think they're going to go Jackson Carman. This guy is pretty damn good out of Clemson. Alright, so now Joseph Asai is on the board for the Ravens. Davion Nixon to the Browns. Davion Nixon to the Browns. This guy's a force in the middle. And they just got Jason Away and Davion Nixon. Man, that defensive line is going to be even more sick next year. Alright. I think the Saints go Asante Samuel here. The Bills passed on a corner. They really need one. They're going to go Aaron Robinson. The Packers on the clock. And I think they go Damani Brown. Or wait. Yes. They go Damani Brown. Okay, the Chiefs on the clock. Chiefs are probably going to go wide receiver. I think they would take Amon-Ra St. Brown. Actually, no, he didn't run a 4.4, so they can't take him. I think they take Dwayne Eskenridge. He kind of fits the mold of what they try to do down there. Stretching the field. Alright, we got the Bucks on the clock and the final pick in the second round. We just did 2 rounds. Tryon's here. Joe Tryon is... He would be a good 3-4 outside linebacker. Yeah, I'm going to go with Joe Tryon. Alright, so that's what I got for you. 2 rounds with new updates. Sam Darnold trade. Did a trade of my own. What did you think, Gridiron fans? Hit me up in the comments section. Also, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Click that little bell to get notifications of future uploads. And I am the Gridiron Guy, and I am out.